Welcome back to the Blitzed and Amused podcast. Divisional round wrapped up yesterday. A lot of big games, a lot of fun games. What was your favorite game of the night? Or the weekend? Obviously, Eagles game, but
That's got to be, yeah, obvious for me.
yeah, I don't know. That Ravens Bills game was just crazy. I think my favorite though was the Commanders Lions.
Yeah, I think that one was
That was
pretty
awesome.
honestly pretty crazy, to be honest.
Yeah, definitely. Um, I don't know, which one do you want to start on? I mean, we got four to pick from.
What was the first one? Texans Chiefs.
Yeah.
We can just go in order if you want.
Okay. Yeah. So the Chiefs beat the Texans 23-14. Um, I don't know. It's just usual day in the office for the Chiefs. Honestly, they started out slow since most of the starters hadn't played since what, Christmas.
Some controversial calls in that game.
Very. Pat Mahomes didn't light it up at all. Like the offense was pretty stagnant. Kelsey had 7 receptions, 117 yards, and a score. He
I
killed
kind
it.
I kind of think that this is how the Chiefs been playing though. Like they haven't really been lighting nobody up, but
No,
still winning every game.
I mean you look at Pat Mahomes' stat line. It's just
That's
a
Jalen
okay
Hurts' stat
game.
line. What is happening?
Yeah. 16 for 25, 177 yards, and a touchdown.
Yeah, dude. Honestly, in my opinion, the Texans should have won this game.
Oh, by far. CJ Stroud had a great game. He didn't get any passes into the end zone, but I mean, ugh, the
I mean, you
Chiefs
look
are
at like
always so controversial.
I was gonna say, if you look at like the time of possession, the total yards, like you think the Texans win this game, no turnovers. Like you think they win this game.
Oh yeah,
They have the
100%.
ball for 7 more minutes and they lose by 9 points.
Yeah, I mean, God, I don't know. Stroud missed Diggs and Tank Dell being out there. I could tell. I think if
Yeah.
he had both of them to throw to, I think they win. Honestly, um, if you were you watching? Did you watch all four games?
I did not watch. I watched the last half of the Texans Chiefs games. I didn't watch much of the Lions game,
Okay.
and then I watched both of the Sunday games.
Okay. So what I gathered from Houston's offense throughout the game, defense played great. I mean, you hold the Chiefs to 23 points, obviously they're still going to score. They're the Chiefs.
Yeah.
But defense played well. Um God, I think they had Xavier Hutchinson as wide receiver 2 and caught 4 passes for 52 yards. He had a big drop late in the game.
I did hear about that. I seen people on Twitter saying stuff about it that he has to catch that ball.
Yeah, I mean, Joe Mixon had a solid day, 18 rushes, 88 yards, a touchdown. Um, yeah, I don't know. Just typical day at the office for the Chiefs. I mean, we kind of expected it going in, but I think the Texans, if they were fully healthy, I mean, obviously the Chiefs, they don't have Rasheed Rice. That's probably their number one receiver, honestly. I'd put him over
Yeah.
D Hop at this stage of D Hop's career. But
I was gonna say like, we did pick them to win, but I don't think we picked them to win this way.
no. I guess we could talk about those two roughing the passer calls that even the announcers, like, what was it, Joe Buck and who else? Who else commentates with Joe Buck?
Fuck.
By the way, I'm in the
What?
Joe Buck hater club. I fucking hate him.
Who you hate more, Collinsworth or him?
They're on the same level, honestly. But it's bad when Joe Buck, the biggest meat rider in sports since Collinsworth, is saying that neither of those two roughing calls should be called or would be called on anybody else. And there
um,
was a time in that game where Pat Mahomes is running out of bounds. He takes a little push, like every quarterback gets out of bounds, and he just flopped out of bounds.
Yeah. Yeah, I did see that.
That was sad, dude.
I think the worst one I seen was, I think they called roughing the passer or unnecessary roughness, and the two defenders ran into each other,
Yeah.
and
Yeah, they
he
didn't even
helmeted.
touch Mahomes.
Yeah, like he helmet to helmet his teammate, and the flag still got called on Patrick
Yeah.
Mahomes.
Yeah. I don't know. It's there's really not much to talk about in this one,
It's just the Chiefs being the Chiefs and the refs being the refs. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. I even though I know most of it's blatantly obvious, I still don't want to put like I don't know. I don't like the whole refs being on the Chiefs side narrative cuz this game wasn't really swung all that much by the refs, I don't think. I think the Chiefs might have got 3 points out of it, but the Texans' offense just couldn't move the ball.
and that's kind of been the story for the Texans. Other than that last game, their offense just does not move me anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think if Diggs and Tank Dell are there,
Well,
whole
yeah, but
different
like
game.
the Chiefs are their defense is really good at keying in and taking away your number one wide receiver.
Yeah,
Especially when your number one wide receiver is Nico Collins. No shot at Nico Collins, but like he can't fucking go up and catch double team balls. You know what I mean? Like he's not
yeah,
Megatron.
yeah. I think the Chiefs did have some injuries.
Patrick Mahomes did get hurt. I seen at the very end. He
He'll
was limping off the field.
he's still gonna play.
Well, obviously it's Patrick Mahomes, but like
Um,
even if he's not hurt, he's got to make it look like it to have that narrative that he came back.
yeah, I don't know. Trying to find the injury report. That's for the Chiefs. I know Joe Mixon got hurt, didn't he?
Did he?
I thought he did. I don't know. Um I think one of the Chiefs corners got hurt. I don't know if he came back in. But yeah, that there's it's so hard to talk about this game. It just was probably the most boring game out of all of them for the weekend, to be honest. We could move to the night game from
The Lions
Saturday.
Commanders.
Yes. As a
One of the
Viking,
most
what?
one of the most surprising games of the week, by the way.
Very much so. I did say that the Commanders do have a shot, and boy, did they take that shot.
Again, last week, pretty sure we both picked the Lions,
We did.
and then I'm pretty sure we picked the Lions to go to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So this kind of fucks up that entire bracket. That's kind of rude.
Yeah. Jared Goff doing his best Sam Darnold impression in this one.
Man,
I mean, not a good game for him at all. 23 for 40, 313 yards. So he had the yardage, but one touchdown to 3 picks, and the 3 picks came at the worst time.
I do want to say something. With your season on the line, you know, the chance to go to the NFC Championship, Jameson Williams is not throwing the ball
No.
30 yards down the field for any other team but the Lions.
No. Yeah, I didn't understand that. I don't know if that was a Ben Johnson or a Dan Campbell call. I'm going to assume it was Ben Johnson. I think he has most control over that offense. But yeah, you put your fastest receiver to throw a 50-yard pass. Why?
It was just not a good call.
No, I'd rather have Amon Ra throwing that to Jameson Williams than
Yeah.
I don't know. I think seeing Teddy Bridgewater get a couple divisional round snaps was pretty cool. Coming from a Vikings
Yeah, I was
fan.
wondering, was there a reason for that? Like, did Jared Goff get hurt, or?
Yeah. So
Okay.
he went into the blue tent on that, I think that pick six. He went to
Oh.
go try to make that tackle and he just got lit up.
Oh, I did see that. Okay, I did see him get
Yeah,
lit up on that.
yeah, and every Lions fan I've seen, like I'm on this trash talk page on Facebook, and every Lions fan is pulling up the clip of the Mahomes roughing the passer, and they said this is
Yeah.
a roughing the passer or unnecessary roughness, but Jared Goff getting lit up isn't. And my thoughts on that is like, if you're a quarterback and you throw a pick and you're going for a tackle, you're pretty much a defender that's going to get blocked now.
Yeah, but you also got to think like if Patrick Mahomes gets blocked like that, that's definitely a blindside block, and he's definitely getting like that's getting called back. Like not the touchdown, but they're getting moved back, and that's not a touchdown.
It wasn't like a blindside on Jared Goff though.
No, I know, but they're gonna call a blindside for Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
Like,
Um.
don't get me wrong, I hate that narrative that every call goes for the Chiefs because it doesn't. Not all of them, obviously,
Yeah.
but um, they do get a lot of calls in their favor.
Especially for Mahomes. Like if you breathe
And,
on Mahomes, the refs are like side eyeing you.
yeah, and I can't really talk because the Eagles, especially this season, have started getting those like where there's late or there's early interference in the passes and nothing gets called.
Yeah. Here's a weird stat. It's the most Lions stat ever. Four different people threw a pass for them. Four.
Damn.
Jared Goff, Teddy Bridgewater, obviously.
Yeah,
Obviously, Jamison Williams on that pick. David Montgomery threw a pass. See,
that's crazy.
I don't remember that though. Like,
I don't remember ever seeing that.
I mean, he's 1 for 1 with 20 yards. Like doubled Goff's quarterback rating. I mean, he threw one pass, but
See, that was one of the things going into the game that I thought was going to be a huge factor.
David
Was
Montgomery being back,
yeah, because you got that Sonic and Knuckles connection.
he wasn't ready. I don't think he was ready. He didn't look ready. Seven
Well,
rushes
even
for 28 yards.
I was gonna say they only gave him the ball 7 times, and
Yeah,
he was your lead back. If you got that much trust in him, you're gonna give him at least 10 carries.
yeah. I mean, Jahmyr Gibbs, they didn't really rush all that much. I mean, altogether, if you take out Jared Goff's rush, you had that Jamison Williams rush for 61 yards when Teddy was in when they scored.
Yeah,
Um, but you take that out, they ran the ball 21 times to the 43 pass attempts.
and I'm also gonna guess like you look at the second quarter, the Commanders are up 31-21 at that
Yeah,
point. So now you're playing from behind. So you're gonna run the ball a lot less than you're passing the ball.
yeah. I don't know. Sam Laporta had one of the greatest catches I've seen all year. Did you see that?
Really, I don't think I. Was it in the end zone?
Yeah, the
Yeah, I did see
diving
that.
one
Yeah, yeah,
hander. Sam
yeah,
Laporta's
yeah.
a
I did.
dog.
Yeah, that was honestly the only place that Jared Goff could have put it where he could have caught that.
Yeah,
Like,
Goff is a great quarterback, but I don't know. He's kind of in that like I don't even know who to compare him to. I guess you could say Lamar in a way. Like Lamar's a great quarterback, Jared Goff's a great quarterback, two different completely different play styles. But
yeah,
when it comes to some of the bigger games, I just don't think they can get it done. Like Lamar, I know he made the AFC Championship last year, but he's still yet to prove he can get it done, you know? It's
man, I got so much to say about that game.
the Ravens Bills.
Yeah,
We can go over to the Commander side of things here for the game.
yeah.
Jaden Daniels, give this man. He's undoubtedly offensive rookie of the year after this. Undoubtedly,
I, I can agree with that.
he
Yeah,
is honestly the best rookie quarterback I've ever seen.
yeah.
Ever. Like I've been
He's.
watching football since '06,
I was gonna
and
say I think he's having an even better year than C.J. Stroud did last year.
oh, I think it's miles better. Maybe not stat wise, but just oh my god.
Yeah,
He's excuse me. He's playing like a vet. Like Stroud plays like a vet, but Jaden Daniels is one of the most accurate passers I've seen for a rookie as well.
And then he also you add in the fact that he can do it with his legs.
Yeah,
It's
51
just
yards on the ground in this game for him.
yeah,
Um, yeah, I don't know. I think uh, next year or in free agency, if they could get like an Amari Cooper or just like a solid wide receiver too, that isn't. I mean, De'Ami Brown's lit it up this playoffs, but I mean, you get a solid number two next to McLaurin for him next year. I think that would be my pick for the East, honestly. It'd be
really.
so close with them and the Eagles. I think this game with the Eagles is going to be a very close, very tough game.
I
Um,
think it. I think no matter what it was gonna be because it's a division game. You know what I mean? I think it's gonna be close no matter what. No matter who fucking comes out on top, it's gonna be a hard fought game.
definitely. Yeah, Jaden Daniels, 22 for 31, 299 and two touchdowns, no picks. He just torched, absolutely torched this Lions defense.
Yeah.
I've never seen a rookie carve apart a defense in the playoffs, especially like divisional round, like wild card, okay, but like divisional round against number one seed Detroit Lions. I know they have a lot of injuries, but um, I saw a stat about the 2011 Super Bowl Packers. They had 15 players on injury reserve that year and in the
God damn.
Super Bowl.
Really?
Yeah. So I get the argument, but either way, next man up, like you're the undeniable one seed in the NFC.
Yeah.
You had the highest odds to win the Super Bowl going into the playoffs. Like, I don't know. They just 45 points in the playoffs.
Playoffs. Um.
Playoffs.
Nah, I do think that um the Lions, they have had tremendous injuries on their team, no matter who it was.
Yeah.
I think at one point they had over 20 people on their defense.
Yeah.
Like, I get the next man up thing, but at the same time, running with the same guys all year, and then some of them go down, more of them go down. You're kind of depleted. And
Yeah.
remember what I said about the Vikings Lions a couple weeks ago. Dan Campbell, the only way y'all win that game is if Dan Campbell shoots himself in the foot.
He didn't
And I
against
think
us.
he did not, but I do believe a lot of the decision making that came, whether it was him or Ben Johnson, just shooting yourself in the foot over and over again.
Oh, it sucked. Like, it happened in the NFC Championship last year. What were they up? Like 17 points going into half, something like that? And then they just collapsed.
They stopped taking points.
Yeah, this one wasn't even they stopped taking points. It was just Goff shit down his leg. The play calling was in late game more than
Yeah.
like I think the play calling overall for the Lions was solid, but I don't think they expected Washington's defense to come out and smack them in the mouth like they did. I mean, Jared Goff throwing 3 picks is like a phenomenon.
Yeah, like something that doesn't ever happen.
Yeah. Um, I don't know. De'Ami Brown had almost 100 yards. Terry McLaurin had 87 yards on 4 catches with a touchdown. He had that 58 yard catch. I think that was to end the half, right?
I believe so.
Or towards the end of the first half. Um, yeah, I don't know. Jeremy Chin had a pick. Who the hell is this guy? M. Sanristil?
For who? For the Lions or?
Commanders. Corner. He had 2 picks.
I want to try. I want to see his name.
All right, yeah.
Mike?
Mike?
Mike Sane Ristel.
Yeah. He had 2 picks. I've never
He's
even
a
heard of the
rookie.
dude.
He's a rookie.
Where'd he go?
Michigan.
Fucking Michigan.
Yeah, 24-year-old rookie too.
Oh, wait. I think I did hear somebody say that because he picked off Goff twice, and after the second one, they were like, The guy who played at Michigan picks off the Detroit Lions quarterback twice in the divisional round or something.
Yeah, he's been a day one starter.
Wow. Good for him.
That's crazy. I was gonna say I've never heard that name either.
No, yeah, I don't know. I guess I don't watch too much Commanders football. I mean, I'd love to. They're electrifying, but
I try not to.
you're gonna have to next week.
Yeah, I
It's a
know.
big matchup. Time of possession was damn near right down the middle. I mean, Washington with 34 minutes, Detroit with 26.
Yeah.
Total yards, the Lions actually had more total yards by like 40. Passing yards, they had more. Rushing yards, they had more. More first downs. 5 penalties to the Commanders, 4. But the big thing about this game is the Lions had 5 turnovers total to the Commanders, 0.
Yeah.
Turnovers lost them that game.
I think they won a game this year when they had 5 turnovers, didn't they? When Jared Goff threw 4 picks and
Yeah,
they still won.
yeah.
You're not gonna
Um,
beat good teams doing that though.
no. What's crazy about this is the Commanders had 0 registered sacks.
Yeah.
It's insane.
That's kind of wild.
Yeah. Um, yeah, Commanders putting up a 40 bomb, 45. And kind of, I'd say they're sending a message to the Eagles. Like, you guys beat them, what? You guys went 1-1, but Jalen
Yeah.
Hurts was out.
Yeah, he went out in the first quarter when we were the last time we played him.
This is going to be a more fun game between you two than the Bills Chiefs.
I mean,
100%.
I want to say that as well, but at the same time, you never know if what Chiefs you're gonna get.
Yeah. The Bills kind of seem like the Chiefs kryptonite in a way. They're the worst matchup for them by far.
The Bills,
Yeah.
Bills seem like that.
Yeah. Bills
I
are
was
the
gonna
worst
say that.
matchup.
I was gonna say the Chiefs kind of seem like the Bills' kryptonite. They can't ever get past them in the playoffs.
That's true. It's gonna be how bad Josh Allen and this Bills team really wants it. That's what it's gonna come down to.
Yeah,
I'm gonna guess there's gonna be more controversy because there always is, but
probably.
we'll see. Either game's gonna be a fun matchup. Does one play Saturday and one Sunday, or are they both Sunday?
I think they're both Sunday.
Okay.
I think the Eagles play Sunday at 2, if I'm not mistaken, and then the Chiefs play at 6:30, I believe.
Okay.
5:30, my bad.
All right. I guess we could move on to your team.
Yeah,
One of the first of Sunday games. Eagles beat the Rams 28-22. That got a little dicey there at the end.
I mean, honestly, the Eagles did not play. They didn't play really that great from what I seen.
Is that like troubling to you? 2 rounds of the playoffs. I mean, you're winning, but you haven't
No.
played close to your best ball.
Well, if you look at Jalen Hurts' stats, you know what I mean? He only has 128 yards.
Yeah.
But, so he had a deep ball thrown to Devontae Smith that was negated because he got hit. It was unnecessary roughness. I don't think it was unnecessary roughness, but it's for my team, so I think it was. And then there was a touchdown called back for holding.
Yeah.
And then A.J. Brown dropped a deep pass before the half. Dude, A.J. Brown, I don't know, man. He's been having a lot of off games. He didn't get that many targets the last game. He got fucking, I think, 7 targets this game, but
He
only
got the
caught
most
2.
of your receiving core, but yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Something's off with him.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Yeah, the biggest thing for you guys, thank God you have Saquon, because without him, that first round exit, honestly.
Honestly, man, I don't doubt that. I think we lose that first round game against the Packers.
Yeah.
And I think without Saquon in this game, even though it was snowing and I heard so much about Matthew Stafford being terrible in the snow, that motherfucker was throwing dots because Quinyon Mitchell was out.
Yeah, he threw the ball 44 times, completed 26 of them, so not the greatest completion percentage, but he was on target when he needed to be. And it's just Matt Stafford, Hall of Fame quarterback.
Yeah, I think the only reason we really won this game, obviously Saquon Barkley, but them fumbling the ball on back-to-back possessions.
Yeah. Yeah, I think without those 2 fumbles, Rams win.
Yeah,
which would have been weird if they did because they would have hosted their home playoff game in Arizona again.
yeah. Also, they would have hosted the NFC Championship as a 4 seed,
Yeah.
which I don't know if that's weird, but to me it's weird.
Yeah, I don't remember the last time that's happened. Um, this is why we have Google. But yeah, the Rams were they were good until the end. They kind of shot themselves in the foot there at the end with those turnovers too. But
I was gonna say, so with this matchup, I see a lot of people saying that the Eagles are gonna get blown out by the Commanders. Um, I think our defense is the best match for the Commanders' offense.
yeah, it's really gonna come out to be how well Jaden Daniels plays. I think decides it, and if they can stop Saquon.
Yeah, I honestly think that one is more important than how good Jaden Daniels plays.
Yeah,
It is if their 30th ranked rushing defense can stop Saquon Barkley.
yeah.
Which don't get me
Um,
wrong, you don't got it's not hard to stop Saquon. Honestly, all you got to do is load the entire box. It's just you stop Saquon, but then you leave the receivers wide open or one on one.
yeah. I think the last time a 4 seed, from what I'm seeing, hosted the NFC Championship was 2008 when the Cardinals hosted the Eagles.
Who won that?
2008? That would have been
The
Cardinals, right?
Cardinals? Yeah, the Cardinals won that, right? Because
Yeah.
I don't think
Yeah, that was the
Eagles
Pittsburgh
win.
Arizona Super Bowl.
Honestly, I don't think the Eagles win after 2004 when they lost in the Super Bowl to the Patriots.
Yeah. Um yeah, but it's really just going to come down if they can stop Saquon cuz it's going to make Jalen Hurts throw more. And I love Jalen Hurts, but if that defense plays like they were against Jared Goff, he's going to have a tough time throwing.
I was gonna say the last time he threw the ball well was his last full game before he got hurt, which was the Steelers. And that was the game where everybody was saying, "Oh, you got to throw the ball more. Like you can't just not throw the ball." And he finished the game 25 for 32, 290 yards and 2 touchdowns
Yeah.
against that Steelers defense, who, mind you, was coming in at 10-2 and the third-ranked defense in the league.
Yeah.
So like, it's not a question on if he can. It's like, when is it going to happen?
Yeah, it'll be I don't know, it'll be interesting. Very interesting.
I do think it's going to be a good. Honestly, I want it to be a good game. I've said that about every single game like that I've watched. I don't want it to be a blowout. I don't want it to be a fucking 40-point Eagles win. Like then I turn the game off at halftime. I don't watch them.
I mean, the last time you blew someone out in the NFC Championship, you guys won the Super Bowl, but
Yeah, but like when we played Dallas this last time and they won 41-6,
yeah.
I stopped watching at halftime. I was like we won. Like what's the point of watching?
Yeah. Um you want to move over to the
The
Bills
most
and
electric
Ravens?
game.
Yeah, that was a fun game. Very fun.
One of the saddest endings ever.
Very. I wouldn't. How much does Mark? How many years does Mark Andrews have left on his contract? His time there is probably pretty limited after this, I'd imagine.
I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. It was sad. Very sad. I think the Ravens could have won this, but Mark Andrews, man.
If we're being honest, I don't think it's they could have won. I think they should have won.
They should have.
I think Mark Andrews catches that ball, or even Lamar Jackson runs it in, whichever one you want to pick.
Yeah.
I think they go to overtime, and I think the Ravens outlast them.
Yeah. Oh, as a Bills fan, that had to have been stressful. Same for as a Ravens fan, but just like the Ravens creeping on the door, tying the game so late.
Yeah. And I mean, like, he didn't have a terrible game.
No, he didn't.
7 targets, 5 receptions for 61 yards. Like, that's not a terrible game.
No. I I think the Ravens, if they have Flowers, whole different game.
Man, I really didn't think he was going to be out that long either.
Yeah.
I was hearing before the playoffs started that it was going to be like he was questionable to play, but he would probably play round one. He didn't. I didn't know he was going to be out for this game too.
Yeah. Um. God, Lamar had a good game. 18 for 25, 254, 2 touchdowns. He had a pick, but
That pick was not his fault.
no, not at all.
Like it was, but it was a miscommunication.
Yeah. I don't know. I We'll see if Josh Allen can beat Mahomes twice in a season, you know.
Yeah.
I want the Bills to go to the Super Bowl. They're definitely my pick over the Chiefs. I'm still going to pick them over the Chiefs.
Well, as of right now, if we're going off like the Vegas odds, it is Eagles Chiefs, which is going to be the most hated Super Bowl by everybody in America except for Eagles and Chiefs fans.
Oh, 100%.
Look, man, as an Eagles fan, I want it to happen. I want to beat the Commanders, get my get back from Week 16, and I want to beat the Chiefs in the Super Bowl and get my get back from 2022.
I think you guys have a better chance of beating the Chiefs than you do the Bills in the Super Bowl.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know, man. Like I'm gonna stick with my defense no matter what. I think we can stop any and everybody that comes in our way.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be such a fun conference championship week. Very fun. James Cook, 67 yards on the ground. I mean, he wasn't explosive at all, but I don't know. He's so dangerous as a back.
I think that's the one thing like that you can say about that game and the Bills' offense is they just weren't explosive.
No.
They weren't the Bills that we've seen the last few weeks, and they still won.
Yeah, I mean, time of possession was way closer than even the Lions Commanders game. I mean, there's a round out here, 32 minutes to 28 minutes.
Yeah.
Ravens dominated in every stat besides penalties. They had more penalties.
And again, with this game, the turnovers.
Yeah, 3-0.
Like, and I think that's probably why the Bills weren't as explosive, is because you get 3 turnovers, and whether you turn it into a field goal or a touchdown, you're closer no matter what.
Yeah. I knew this game was going to be so close. I would
also
have
think
liked to see
Ravens.
more out of the Bills' offense, but we'll see.
Damn, bro, I think we picked the Ravens and the Lions to make Super Bowl, didn't we?
Yeah,
God, teams just fucked up our shit, dog.
I know. We're terrible.
We're terrible at this.
I can't wait for our March Madness predictions. We're gonna have like
We're doing
everybody
that?
wrong. Are we?
I'm picking all the football schools. I don't watch college basketball.
No. Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of hyped for like what we're gonna talk about in the off season because it's gonna be such an interesting off season.
I'll say there's already been some moves.
There has
Ben
been.
Johnson going to the Bears.
Bears' new head coach. The one thing I will say about that is coordinators that are great aren't always great head coaches, but only time will tell. You can't judge it until you see like a large sample size. And I don't know. How many coaches have the Bears had in the past, like, we'll say 5 years?
Well,
Probably
I know
5,
that.
right?
I was gonna say, well, they fired Eberflus midway through the season, which was the first time they've ever done that.
Yeah,
So at least 5, right?
I think so. I don't
And then
know.
Ben Johnson would technically be 6 because they had an interim head coach after they fired Eberflus.
Yeah.
Because I know that they switched with Justin Fields twice, I believe.
Yeah.
I think every year they fired their coach.
See, I don't agree with that. Like, you got to stick with a coach. One season isn't going to define what a coach is. You know, like the whole, I didn't like the Jets firing Saleh, but I'm pretty sure that was a Rodgers GM move.
Man, Rodgers really royally fucked the Jets over.
Very much so. Didn't he say something like he doesn't know if he'll be back either?
I think he wants to come back. I think he wants to be like a mentor role, which is not Aaron Rodgers. That is not the Aaron Rodgers we know.
No.
That is
Be,
that like if he would have did that for Jordan Love, you know how good Jordan Love would have been.
I thought he
Or
did. He did do that for Jordan Love.
the only reason he sat out is because he got hurt. I thought.
Well, yeah, he didn't let Jordan Love play, but like he was still teaching him everything he can.
Well, that's what I mean. I think he wants to take like a backseat role and be just a mentor and not be the guy.
Who's their quarterback then? Who are they taking?
I don't know. Are they bad enough to have a top pick?
I
think they only won 4 games.
4 or 5. I don't know.
I'm gonna look it up real quick.
Yeah, draft projection.
Oh, they're 7. Wow.
Like they have the 7th pick.
Yeah.
Yeah, who are they projected to pick? Mason
Malachi?
Graham, D tackle.
Mine says Malachi Starks.
Hmm.
But this also has Shadur Sanders going number 1.
So
And Travis Hunter going to the Giants. I don't think that's gonna happen.
Yeah, no.
They fucking better take a quarterback, I swear to God.
Yeah. Yeah, they have Travis Hunter. In this one I'm looking at, they have Travis Hunter going to the Titans first pick. Why?
Dude, honestly, this mock draft that I'm looking at is honestly kind of insane. They get Travis Hunter in the first round, and then the 34th pick, they take Jalen Milroe.
That's like some Madden shit.
That's on. Well, Jalen Milroe's projected to normally go in the third, like end of second, beginning of the third round.
He's not a first round quarterback.
But if the Giants get Jalen Milroe and Travis Hunter, yeah, damn. That's for a different episode. That's not for this episode.
Yeah. Yeah, this one has Shadur going to the Giants third.
I wouldn't be mad at that either.
Cam Ward going to the Raiders. I think Cam Ward goes 1 overall to the Titans, honestly.
Man, I just want them to go to somewhere where they can thrive.
Yeah.
I'm tired of quarterbacks getting taken and just fucking set up for failure.
Yeah.
Like how we thought Jaden Daniels was going to be, and then this motherfucker emerged from nowhere.
I called it.
Nobody thought the Commanders were going to the NFC Championship.
Oh, fuck no. Fuck no.
You shut your mouth.
No, but
I knew it was going to be good eventually.
Yeah, just not this quick.
I was saying, I didn't think it was going to be year 1.
Yeah, that's the only team in your division that really has you shook.
Honestly, though, like that's crazy because Dallas last year won the division going 12-5 or 13-4, one of the two.
Dak did go down, but I don't think Dak.
I don't think they weren't winning games with him. I think they're like 2-6.
Yeah. That'll be interesting too. I don't want to get too much into off-season rumors yet, but I don't know. We could do a power ranking again. The top 4 teams now. We had 8 last week. It's going to be a short power ranking.
Okay, all right.
Mine's going to be very controversial.
Probably.
We'll go from 4 to 1.
All right.
At 4, I'm going to put the Bills.
You know what? That makes me happy because I thought you were going to say the Eagles, and I would have agreed with you.
The Eagles are my 3, and it's close, but
I was gonna say I think I'm gonna have those two flipped. I think I'm gonna put Bills at 3, Eagles at 4.
Wow, finally a non-biased Eagles fan. That's crazy.
Like I think our offense just isn't. Our offense isn't good enough to be anything higher.
It's the same with the Bills. They didn't show me enough, you know.
The only reason we're even still here is because of our defense.
Yeah, and Saquon.
Well, yeah, but he can't be the whole offense. That's not going to win you every game.
No, Derrick Henry proved that in Tennessee.
Yeah. Damn.
Yeah, I don't know. Bills didn't show me enough. Eagles didn't show me enough.
I can't put Washington at 1, though. I can't do it.
My number 2, Kansas City. I'm putting
Don't
Washington at
do
1.
it. Don't even.
I'm putting Washington at
No
1.
way.
Washington
There's
at
no
1,
shot.
baby.
There's no shot.
Chiefs also didn't show me enough.
It's the Chiefs, man.
It is the Chiefs. But what Jaden Daniels and that whole Washington team did to the Lions, if I don't even know if I could say what I'm thinking on YouTube.
Okay.
They just murdered the Lions, dude.
Demonetized right there.
Yeah, I didn't say anything. We're not even monetized.
Nah, man, I'm not putting the Commanders at 1.
I'm
I
putting
can't do it.
Commanders at 1, man.
I'll put them at 2, Chiefs at 1.
If they beat
Listen.
you guys, they're 1 for sure.
Listen. We'll come back to this in a week after next Sunday. If Jaden Daniels puts up a legendary stat run, even if they lose, if he puts up a fucking another stat line like he just put up, I'll put him at 1. Even if they lose, I'll put him at 1.
I was gonna say we could do a quick little prediction for who's gonna be in the Super Bowl now that it's close, and mine is gonna be Buffalo, Washington. Honestly, I have the Commanders over the Eagles right now until the Eagles prove me different.
Look, I have the Commanders over the Eagles, but I don't think the Commanders are gonna win. I think that their offense is explosive, but I think our defense is gonna be able to hold them.
Dude, I'm riding the Jaden Daniels wave right now.
Fucking everybody is, man.
I mean, can you blame him?
I like him, man, but it's going to be the same thing with CJ Stroud. Next year, he's not going to do a damn thing because they got a tape on him. Like, it's going to be the same thing that happened to Stroud, and then everybody's going to be coming after Daniels like they did him this year.
Write it down. Write it down. He said it. There's the hot take for the episode.
Man, it happens every time. Jalen Hurts had a great year, 2022. 2023 came out, didn't do shit. Everybody talked shit about him. The difference is everybody's still talking shit about Jalen Hurts, and I don't like it.
I'm calling for. I'm gonna do the opposite of you. I'm calling for Jaden Daniels close to MVP, if not MVP season next year.
God, dude.
Dude, I'm telling you, they get another solid wide receiver in there. Oh, it's lights out.
This is one thing I love about the NFL though, is how everybody they get attached to players so fast, like CJ Stroud last year.
Yeah.
He had a really, really dominant rookie year. One of the best rookie years we've ever seen, other than Jaden Daniels.
Yeah.
And then the second year he comes out, he doesn't have anywhere near as good as a year that you would think he was supposed to have. And everybody writes him off. He's trash. He's this. He's that.
I think a lot of that for CJ Stroud was losing Diggs, and then losing Diggs kind of slowed down their offense a little bit.
Yeah, but last year, they didn't even have Diggs. They had Nico Collins, Tank Dell. That was all you ever heard about with that team.
Yeah. I don't know.
And then, I don't know, man. It just seems like second-year players never have the year they're supposed to have after having a dominant rookie year.
I don't know. It's so hard. RG3 had such a great rookie year, and then obviously derailed by injuries completely.
That sucks. That's the biggest what if ever.
Yeah. For NFL at least, yeah.
Well, yeah. We're an NFL podcast. Keep it here.
Yeah.
Keep it here.
I won't make the Bulls fans sad.
Why? Because Derrick Rose still was in with 2 minutes left?
Yeah, you had to say it. You had to
Thibodeau,
say it.
man. It's not my fault. It's Thibodeau's fault. I was 11 when it.
Yeah. I don't know. I think Jaden Daniels is just going to be a monster next year. He's already a monster this year. I don't think it's a Stroud situation. Not that Stroud didn't even have a horrible year, you know?
He just had a year where everybody thought he was going to throw for 4,500 yards.
Yeah.
And 40 touchdowns. And
Yeah.
he didn't. Because that's not a normal quarterback thing anymore.
Yeah.
That's a Josh Allen. That's a Lamar Jackson. Normally a Patrick Mahomes. But even Patrick Mahomes had a down year. And he's going to the fucking AFC Championship.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, CJ Stroud, 3,700 yards with 20 touchdowns, but
that's crazy. Is everybody talks so much shit on him? He made it to the divisional round, man.
Yeah. What do you want from him? What more?
For real, what do you want? What do you want from him? You want him a Super Bowl at year 2 immediately?
Yeah. I don't know, man.
I will say this though: if Washington beats the Eagles, I think they're a favorite to win the Super Bowl.
I think so too. Could you imagine All it took
Dude,
was Jaden Daniels to win you a
I'll
Super
be,
Bowl.
I will be so heated. I'm gonna be real with you.
I'd be a little
If he,
sad because we probably could have made a trade up for him in the draft.
I think that you know who should be the most sad out of anybody? The New York Giants.
Yeah, yeah. Put the Sun at GM.
Like, like you can't lose in this draft, and you can't. The talent's there, but you
They
don't got
didn't.
a
They didn't
quarterback.
lose, but I don't know. What would they have given up? They would have had to give up so much future capital. I guess I could see it, but like, do
But
it
like, I
generational.
was,
You know,
I was gonna say at the same time, you're this draft was this last draft was probably the best draft we've had in recent years.
very much so. Especially on the offensive side of the ball. I don't think a defensive player got picked until like what, pick 13,
The-
14?
Uh, wasn't it you guys taking Jared Verse?
No, Rams took Jared Verse.
Oh shit, not Jared Verse. Fuck. Who'd you guys take on the defensive side of the ball?
Dallas Turner.
Was he the first defensive pick, or was it Jared Verse?
It was Jared Verse.
That's what I thought.
I think.
I think it was like pick 16 or 17.
I think we got Dallas Turner at 17. I think Jared Verse went one before him.
Because then there was a bunch of more offensive people, and then the Eagles took the first corner, which was Quinyon, at 24, I believe.
Yeah.
Because I really wanted Terry and Arnold. I really wanted him.
Yeah.
I'm glad we got Quinyon.
Yeah. Terry and Arnold balled out for the Lions. Looking here. Actually, the first defensive player off the board was Latu for the Colts at 15.
Latu.
And then Byron
How was
Murphy
that?
at 16 for the Seahawks, Dallas Turner at 17 for the Vikings, and then Jared Verse was 19 for the Rams.
Damn.
Yeah, Vikings had 2 first-round picks because we traded with the Texans.
Who'd you take with the second one?
What do you mean, in the first round?
Yeah, if you had 2 first-round picks, who was the first one and who was the second one?
JJ
Obviously.
McCarthy.
Oh, yeah, fuck. I forgot y'all got him.
Yeah, we
He
actually.
didn't play all year. What'd you expect from me?
Yeah, I mean, we traded. We had originally had pick 11, but we took JJ at 10. We traded 1 pick with the Jets.
I do want to talk one thing in the offseason right now.
What?
And it is with your team. And it is at the most important position in football.
Sam Darnold's not coming back.
Would you be upset if Sam Darnold does come back?
If he came back on another 1-year, $10 million contract, no. But anything over 15, 20 million, yes, I'm upset.
Because, like, you look at their recent quarterbacks, Kirk Cousins. They gave him the bag. Was it twice? Once?
Yeah.
They-
Twice, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, they gave him the bag twice. And he didn't do much when he was there.
I think this whole like Jaden Daniels and obviously us with Sam Darnold only paying him 10 mil. I don't think giving a lot of money to one position as opposed to filling out the roster with all that money and then going cheap on certain positions is necessarily a bad thing. I think if your team's set enough to where you can pay like a certain player a lot of money, like Justin Jefferson's getting like what, $36 million a year,
I think so.
but he's the best wide receiver in football.
Yeah.
That we couldn't let him go. You know, that's you just can't. He's the driving force of your team. You can't. And with Kirk, he was not, and he was still getting that much. Same with Daniil Hunter when we were paying him.
Yeah.
He was making a bag too. He was a driving force for us on defense, our best defensive player for a lot of years, but towards the end of his tenure in Minnesota, he wasn't. I don't think he was.
And then you let him go, and he fucking balled out for the Texans.
He did, but we pretty much swapped with the Texans, got Jonathan Grenard, who balled out as well.
Balled out.
I think they
yeah,
had
yeah.
exact, like, similar stats.
So,
and he's younger.
when it comes to free agency for you guys, who do you think is the most important people to come back?
To come back. Okay. I can pull
You
up
want
my
me-
list of...
I was gonna say, you want me to name them off? I can name them off.
Yeah, just go one by one.
I'm gonna go from top to bottom.
Okay.
Cam Robinson,
No.
You don't think you bring him back?
Maybe for a depth piece, but if you want starting left tackle money, no, because we have Darisaw.
I'm gonna say it even though we just talked about it. Sam Darnold.
No.
Okay. Harrison Smith.
If he doesn't retire, yes.
I was gonna say I feel like if he don't retire, that's a staple for the Vikings. You gotta bring him back.
Even if his like progression winds down, just that veteran presence on the back end in such a young safety room.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to play all the snaps. He doesn't have to play heavy snaps. He can come and be a situational guy, you know. And
He's gonna
already said that he's not gonna leave Minnesota.
All right. Byron Murphy.
Yes.
Guaranteed?
Yes. We have to have him back after the year he had. I know at the start of the year I said he really wasn't shit, but he hadn't proved anything. I think him being like a slot or a number 2 corner is a good spot for him. I don't think he can be a number 1 corner. He kind of proved that last year with us.
Yeah.
But he needs to come back. We need corner more than anything.
Speaking of corners, Stephon Gilmore.
No.
Damn.
I don't think so. He was great. He was awesome for us, you know. But the age is catching up to him. I watched him get burnt multiple times this season. We just need to hit on the draft or free agents. There's a lot of corners going into free agency, you know.
I was gonna say he is 35.
Yeah, there's a lot better corners that we can get than Stephon Gilmore. As much as Gilmore has done in his career, he's just aging, man.
Aaron Jones.
I would like to see Aaron Jones back. I would.
I was gonna say in this free agency, both Cam Akers and Aaron Jones are free agents. If you don't bring either one of them back, do you think you draft a running back?
Yes. I don't think it'll be a first-round running back, but I think we'll draft running back or try to. I think we bring Jones back, honestly. Akers could be a good, not replacement, but I think Akers has a lot of. Who? Genty?
Genty, I hope you get him.
I don't think we're getting him.
Probably not. I think he'll go in the first round.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to drop to us. If he does, that'd be awesome. I mean, I'd take Genty first round, him or Scadaboo. But yeah, I'd like to see Aaron Jones back, and if we take Ashton Genty and bring Aaron Jones back, that is a great person to learn from if you're Ashton Genty.
Yeah.
Very good. There is not a whole lot of running backs in the league that could like give you that kind of
production.
Not even production, like just learning from him.
Oh, that much like information.
Yeah.
Like,
development.
wisdom.
Yeah. I think Aaron Jones is coming back. I think we re-sign him. I think Aaron Jones is pretty content with like he's not going to take like Saquon money or Derrick Henry money, you know.
Fucking better not.
Yeah, no shit.
What the fuck? $15 million a year for Aaron Jones?
Yeah, no. Not at this stage of his career. Maybe if he was like 26, 27.
You guys got a lot of fucking free agents.
Yeah, we do. But we have like 70 million in cap space, so.
I was gonna say, and like, not if you got first of all, if you don't take Cam Robinson, that's 17 million that you're not paying right there. Boom.
Yeah, that he's getting starting left tackle money, and we have Darisaw coming back. It's a no-brainer. We just extended Darisaw this last offseason.
But like most of these guys down here, at least right now, they're pretty cheap. Cam Bynum, I don't think he's gonna be.
Cam Bynum needs to come back. He's not going to be cheap, and we need to pay him every cent we can.
I was gonna say he's making $1 million right now, and I think that definitely bumps up to at least like 8, 9, 10, if not more.
I think he gets 15.
Yeah, so it's gonna be. Yeah.
Yeah, he's amazing. Like
same thing. Same thing with Byron Murphy though. He's making 8.7. I think that bumps up a lot.
Yeah, I think that's also another $15 million contract if we want him back. Yeah, speaking on Cam Bynum, watching him develop from when he got drafted has been insane. Like I think he soaked everything, all the information that Harrison Smith could give him and Brian Flores, and just ran with it. And he has turned into a great safety.
Yeah.
Amazing safety.
I think that's one of the
top 10 in the league.
I think that's one of the good things that teams do. Like if you have a good player at a position that is willing to teach, you draft a young position like that, or bring in a young player like that and learn everything you can until they don't want to teach you no more.
Yeah, and there's honestly there's not a better safety in the league to learn from than Harrison Smith. Dude's been in the league since 2013. He's if even without the Super Bowl or whatever, I think he's still a Hall of Famer. I think if not, he's right on the cusp. As a Vikings fan watching him all these years, I think he should be. Because how many Hall of Famers don't have rings?
Honestly, I think a lot.
And Harrison Smith, to me at least, and I don't know how many people would agree with me, but I think he's had a Hall of Fame career already.
It's because he's white.
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
Yep. You got me.
That's why you think that?
Yep, you got me. No.
You already here first. Racist. Crazy. Banned.
Yeah. But I don't know. We can go to the next one.
Oh, I forgot.
Bet you did.
Did I close that?
Jesus Christ.
I'm back. It's okay.
All right.
What was the last one I did?
Cam Bynum.
Back to the corners. Shaq Griffin.
I could see him coming back.
As a 30-year-old?
Yeah. I mean, he played better than Gilly. He didn't have a bad year. I think also bringing another vet in that corner room back if we get like someone at a free agency or even a rookie, We have Mekhi Blackman coming back too, who again showed flashes last year being amazing. But he was injured all year this year, which hurt us.
I don't know who this is.
Who?
Jerry Tillery?
Jerry Tillery, he's a defensive lineman. I don't think he comes back.
Interior defensive lineman.
Yeah, that is a big hole we need to fill.
I didn't know what IDL stood for. I thought it was just like defensive tackle, defensive end.
Yeah, he's a D tackle. Yeah, that's another big hole we need to fill. I could see him coming back just for a depth piece. I don't know how much money he's going to get in free agency. He had an okay year, but I don't know.
Dalton Reisner?
Yes, I think we bring him back.
And so I've heard you talk about him before.
Yeah, great in pass block, run block. He kind of lacks, but I don't know. I think it's just going to come down to who we get in free agency first,
Yeah. Do you think you re-sign people first, or you think you go after big names before that?
Well, we have to re-sign before. Before.
I was saying, do you think you re-sign these guys before that?
I would love for us to re-sign some of these guys, but I think some of them we let them test free agency. Like last year we let Reisner test free agency, and he ended up not getting any offers, and we took forever to re-sign him. But
I was going to say, you think like Cam Bynum, Byron Murphy.
We need to re-sign those two.
Yeah, you think they go after them before anything?
Yeah, definitely.
Nick Mullins.
God, I hope not.
Staying on the quarterback route, Daniel Jones.
I could see it. I don't think he'll be a starter, but as a backup, yes, I would love it. If it's a cheap deal.
Well,
I would love Daniel Jones back on a cheap deal for a backup role.
Hopefully it's not the same type of deal the Giants gave him.
God, I would hope not.
Jonathan Bullard.
Same thing with Tillery. I mean, Bullard was pretty good. We'll see. I think he walks in free agency, but if we bring him back, I think we just bring him back for a depth piece if we can't find anybody in free agency or the draft.
I mean, that's honestly, I guess Patrick Jones the second.
That's another D lineman. Again,
I know.
Same thing.
It's like, honestly, those are kind of like the most important ones that played a large percentage of snaps.
Yeah.
Like I could have said Johnny Mund.
Yeah, I mean Munt, he's our third string. He's come up clutch for us a couple times. I could see him being back too, but.
Well, the only reason I didn't ask about them is because like he played 38% of the snaps all year.
Yeah, I don't think you guys have too many notable free agents. I know you need to re-sign the three I'm gonna name here. Mekhi Becton, Zach Bond, and Josh Sweat. Those three all need to come back.
Man, one thing about Mekhi Becton with this last game against the Rams, I don't know if you've seen it, but Roseboom for the Rams. I don't know what his first name is, but that motherfucker got tossed
Is it
on
Austin
safe.
Roseboom? He's a
I,
rookie, right?
I I don't know. I don't know if he's a rookie or not, but he got tossed on Saquon's 62-yard touchdown. Mekhi Becton cleared the fucking way for that touchdown, and it was so beautiful to watch. I loved every second of it.
Yeah, you need to bring those guys back. I can list out the other notable free agents that and see what we can talk about them again. It's been a couple more weeks.
All right.
Nick Bolton for the Chiefs, stud linebacker.
Yeah.
I think he's back for the Chiefs.
Yeah. I don't think they let him walk.
No. Hassan Reddick, Jets are definitely letting him go.
I don't even think it's the Jets are letting him go. I think he's leaving.
Yeah.
They go back.
Yeah.
He never wanted to go there in the first place. I don't think.
No.
Honestly, the stupidest trade we could have ever done. Bryce Huff has not done a goddamn thing for us.
No. Not a thing. Justin Fields and Russell Wilson. I think Russell Wilson's back on the Steelers next year.
Me too, and it kind of makes me sad.
I want Justin Fields to take that team.
I just want him to be a starter somewhere.
I think he will be. I do think he will be.
I don't know. I don't think any team is going to look at him and be like, you're going to start for us this year. Especially like maybe the Jets.
I have a little bit of a hot take here. Travis Hunter goes number 1 to the Titans, and Justin Fields goes to the Titans to play quarterback.
I don't hate it. I don't hate that, honestly.
It depends what position Travis plays in the NFL.
Man, he would hope he
play corner.
He better play receiver though, honestly.
I don't think he might step in on he won't play a full game as a receiver if he's playing corner full game, but
I don't think they'll let him.
I think they will play him both sides.
I was gonna say I just don't think they're gonna let him play a full game.
Yeah.
Like both sides of the ball, like they do in college.
Yeah.
Also, one of the only reasons he won the Heisman. That's the only reason.
Yeah.
If he would have played a full season at receiver, I don't think he winning that Heisman. He's not touching that Heisman.
Yeah. Khalil Mack. I think he's back. He's on the Chargers, right?
I think so.
I think he's back. I don't see him going anywhere.
Even if he left, I don't see him getting big money this year. Really.
No, he didn't do enough, I don't think. Chris Godwin, I think again he stays in Tampa Bay.
He don't leave. He don't go nowhere.
I don't know why he'd leave. He's in a great system.
Great system, great quarterback.
Yeah, definitely. I love Baker.
Yeah.
The defense is where they need to round it out at.
Yes.
Big time. Amari Cooper, I think he's back on the Bills.
You know, I kind of want to see him go be great somewhere. Like, with the Bills, he hasn't really gotten the production that he's gotten. Even with the Browns, he got a lot more production.
Washington would be a cool spot.
It would be, but no, please, stop. Take all their draft picks. Don't let them get anything.
This next guy is someone I want the Vikings to get in free agency. It'd be huge for us. Dante Jackson.
Who he play for?
Dante Jackson. Isn't it the Panthers? No, I'm thinking of J.C. Jackson. Steelers.
Are you thinking of J.C. Horn? J.C. Horn plays for the Panthers.
Yeah, I'm messed up right now. There's my per episode mix-up of players. Yeah, he plays for the Steelers. I want him on the Vikings. Perfect fit.
Let's just do a Madden thing, bro. I want Nick Bolton on the Eagles. I want Justin Fields on the Eagles. I want everybody just to come to the Eagles, man.
You guys might need it with your division.
Okay, all right.
Got some competition
Let's
now.
Pump the brakes on the Jaden Daniels hype, right? Calm it down. There's one good year. You got competition. Shut up.
I mean, I think you're just nervous.
Yes and no. Like I said, our offense is not good right now.
All right.
Honestly, this game is probably the most nervous I've been throughout the whole playoffs, though.
Yeah. They know you really well too.
They don't know me at all.
Not you, motherfucker. Not you. Yeah, that kind of rounds it out. I mean, there's T. Higgins.
He's coming to the Eagles.
All right.
Nah, he's gonna go get wide receiver one money somewhere.
Yeah, good for him though.
Honestly, deserves it. He kind of went off this year.
Yeah. Um, I'd be glad as a Bengals fan as much as I'd miss him on the Bengals. You need to go spend your money on defense. Dear God, help Joe Burrow out, please.
Dude, even just a couple more wins and they're in the playoffs. Honestly, thinking probably making the AFC Championship with how they're playing.
Yeah. I don't know if they get a good defense, they're gonna be scary. But I don't think it's gonna turn around in 1 year.
I don't know, man. Look at the Commanders.
True.
God, I hate saying that. It's so stupid.
But yeah, I don't know. You got anything else you want to talk about?
The Ohio State battle win tomorrow night. Tonight?
It's tonight.
Tonight.
It's in
Tonight.
like, what, an hour?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Ohio State gonna win. Take on the Natty.
Oh yeah.
About all I have to say about the situation.
I got a quarterback.
Who is it?
Jaguars legend. David Garrard.
David Garrard.
Shout out David Garrard.
Shout out David Garrard.